I'm delighted to be with you today to share how we have addressed one of the biggest challenges to successfully implementing and scaling Blue Prism. Hello, I'm Paula. I'm the founder and the Chief Operating Officer at Reveal Group. We are a Blue Prism partner headquartered in the US, servicing a global client base. The learnings I'm going to share with you today have been honed at Reveal Group over the past 6 years. These learnings have been instrumental in building our reputation and our success implementing Blue Prism. You may or may not be aware that Reveal Group is Blue Prism's first and still the only partner that has been able to meet Blue Prism's highest accreditation standards. We've achieved platinum status from Blue Prism as a capability provider and also platinum status as a delivery provider. I'm very proud that as a specialist RPA business, we have received this level of recognition by Blue Prism and our customers. We have a 100% success track record and a 96% customer satisfaction score with Blue Prism. Robust, high quality, right first time automations are a hallmark of Reveal Group. Over the next 20 minutes, I look forward to sharing our experiences and the innovations that underpin our success. Most importantly, I'm going to explain how we have overcome and solved what I consider to be the key challenges organisations face when embarking on and scaling their automation programs. And I hope I will provide you with some ideas on actions you can take to improve your RPA programs. During this presentation, I will introduce you to our Reveal Robo Review software tool, which has been specifically developed to efficiently review and measure the quality of Blue Prism code. We've been using this tool at our customers to help us speed up development, at the same time ensuring we never compromise on quality. In the US, AT&T, the world's largest telecommunications company, has been running an ad campaign with the theme, "Just okay is not okay." The ad features the plight of a tax accountant who was just okay. And I think my favourite of all was the elevator, which was just okay. They're all quite funny clips, and I encourage you to look them up if you've not seen them already. There's about 4 or 5 different versions. While they are amusing, they do have a clear message. Each time I see these ads, I think about the importance of quality for RPA programs and how the lack of quality is holding the whole technology back. The ads remind me of some of the poor quality automations I have seen at customers where we've been brought in to remediate their RPA programs. I often wonder, did they consciously accept quality that is just okay? This quality theme also resonates with me as I think about my business. At Reveal Group, most of our work is undertaken on fixed price commercials, where we guarantee platinum standard delivery. I'm sure it doesn't surprise you that delivering to our quality commitments on every automation at each and every customer has been a front of mind issue for me since we started implementing Blue Prism in 2015. So how can we quantify quality? What are the symptoms of a quality problem? In my experience, some of the signs of poor quality are unfortunately lag indicators, like slow running processes. We've seen automations where the bot processes slower than a human. Poor license utilization. I'm aware of a business where bots are allocated to individual automations and bot utilization is running at less than 4%. Cases where support and maintenance costs are excessive. I've seen businesses where their support teams are actually bigger than their development teams. I'm pleased to confirm that these problems existed before these businesses became our customers. In my experience, when these systems persist, business stakeholders unfortunately start to lose confidence in their RPA program and start to look for alternatives to solve their immediate problems. I think this is a strategic mistake. When I come across these situations and discuss what needs to happen, my advice is to first stop putting automations into production that are not production ready, and then focus on building in quality throughout the development cycle. Blue Prism recommends a design authority as the means to ensuring quality. The concept is that the design authority operates as a gatekeeper and advisor to the Blue Prism development team. I'm assuming many of you have followed this advice and implemented a version tailored to your needs. From our early days, we too adopted Blue Prism's recommendation of embedding a design authority as a feature of ROMs we designed and deployed to customers. We have subsequently conducted countless design and code reviews. We have also reviewed the performance of their design authorities. A year or two ago, we concluded that while the concept is best practice, practically it is harder to implement and sustain than first thought. This helps explain why some of the problems I mentioned earlier, non-production ready code getting into production, why that occurs. So why is it so hard to consistently get it right? From my observations across the spectrum of Blue Prism customers, design authorities need to be staffed with experienced Blue Prism practitioners. But these people are always time poor because of the demand to assist with a variety of other responsibilities. If reviews can't be conducted on a timely basis, the design authority risks quickly becoming a bottleneck and generating rework. It is exacerbated by the time required to complete detailed reviews necessary to achieve a comprehensive quality audit. In small programs, the challenge is finding people with the requisite experience. In larger programs, it's difficult to achieve consistency due to the need to have a number of people doing reviews. And human nature means that there are different interpretations of standards and the level of review. At Review Group, we have experienced similar challenges. No matter how large we've grown, there are never enough people with the requisite experience and knowledge available, as they too are in high demand. In our case, we also have the complication that some customers don't want to pay the additional cost of doing quality reviews. Like everyone, we're under constant cost pressure to reduce development effort, cost, and deliver faster without compromising on quality. In summary, as everyone who has done these reviews knows, quality reviews are essential, but by their nature are manually intensive and involve repetitive analysis. Time-consuming, repetitive, and often mundane. These sound awfully similar to the criteria we use to identify automation candidates. So you may have guessed, in 2018, we investigated the feasibility of using technology to help us improve quality and productivity. At the time, it seemed it would be a relatively straightforward task. It's proved to be a lot more challenging than we expected. When I commissioned this work, I had a vision. I envisaged a world where our developers globally could receive immediate feedback on the quality of their work so they adhered to Blue Prism's best practices and rework was minimised. I envisaged a world where all our experienced practitioners continually focus on delivering the best possible value to our customers. I envisaged a world where development effort is minimised and automation seamlessly and rapidly move through to production. I envisaged a world where all automations had been developed and deployed to optimise usage of the full suite of Blue Prism features. I also wanted to know that the quality reviews were sufficiently detailed so that substandard automations could never make their way through to production. Both as the review group COO and a business person with experience in IT, I wanted the ironclad assurance that we had a mechanism for ensuring the quality of our work. The result of this research and development is Reveal Robo Review. It's my pleasure to introduce to you this tool, how it works, and the results it delivers. I thought it would be interesting to select an automation you are probably familiar with, as it is part of Blue Prism's training program. I've selected Blue Prism's Advanced Consolidation Exercise Release, which was built by Blue Prism to simulate real-life issues that a developer will likely encounter. The release includes some intentional bugs for the developer to troubleshoot, so should be a good way to show the strengths of Robo Review. And now for the demo. I've asked one of our principals, Xavier Hansen, to walk you through this demo. Xavier is an experienced member of our team. In fact, he worked on the first implementation of Blue Prism in Australia. Since then, he's undertaken design authority reviews for customers globally. Over to you, Xav.
Thanks, Paula. Now, as Paula mentioned, I'll be using the Blue Prism Advanced Consolidation Exercise, or ACE for short, for this demonstration. Once a developer has their configuration ready for assessment, which can occur at any time during the development process, they simply log into Robo Review, put in some basic information, and upload their release. And you'll see that Robo Review has broken that down into components, which allows me as a developer to select a subset or all of the release to be reviewed. You'll also see that it has detected the standard Blue Prism utility objects and doesn't include these as part of the review. Then I click Submit, and Robo Review goes to work. And what it's doing is taking that submission, and depending on the size of it, breaks it down into hundreds of parts, and then iterates over every process, object, action, description, exception message, and application model element within that release. And then, and this is the cool bit, it evaluates the submission against over 50 considerations which collectively form current Blue Prism best practice. It will then flag anything that contravenes best practice, provide messages and descriptions on how to fix these findings, and for anything that's questionable as to why it contravenes best practice, it will flag those as warnings and again provide messaging on how they can be resolved. And the real power of Robo Review is that in the time it took me to explain what it was doing, it's already completed the review and emailed me the results. Now, if I quickly look at the report that Robo Review has sent me, you'll see that I have an overall score for my submission, as well as an individual score for my processes and objects. So my process, my create quotes process has a 63% score, and each of my objects have a 76, a 71, and a 74 respectively. So I think it's fair to say that the ACE requires a little bit of TLC before we introduce it into a production environment. Now, Robo Review identifies all the items that we want a developer to address. It supplies errors and warnings, as well as detailed information on how to fix each one. And what this means is that it's really easy to fix these and quickly move on. Now, Robo Review produces quite a comprehensive report, and I won't have time to take you through everything, but I can give you an idea of the kind of things it contains. What I've done here is click through to the process page, which will allow me to sort of show you some of the considerations we apply at the process level within Robo Review. So we check things like page complexity to make sure that pages are manageable and we're not applying too much logic. This has an impact on scalability because it means that should an update be required to the process in future, a developer knows exactly where to go and doesn't have to comb through 8,000 stages worth of logic. We also check to make sure that exception cases are both handled when they occur and also handled appropriately. So for example, sometimes you want to restart a system as part of a system exception as opposed to just throwing the exception straight away. We also check things such as whether or not retry loops are infinite, which If one of these sneaks into production, has the potential to lock up all your runtime resources and cause significant impact. And so Robo Review can pick those up before they get to production and have them removed. And finally, we check things for security. So we check to make sure that there are no hard-coded passwords and that credential manager is being used for your credential store to manage all of those. Now, if I quickly swap over to the object page, I can take you through some of the considerations we have there as well. Typically with objects, we're looking more at the reusability side of things because they are the pieces that are meant to be reusable within each process. So we check for things like making sure we have descriptions and preconditions and postconditions. Seems small, but at a scale program, using a process where you can just look at an object description and plug it in is extremely powerful. We check for stability reasons. We check to make sure that every single action starts with an attached page. That way we can make sure that our objects are always connected to the application. We make sure that business logic that should be in the process doesn't sit within the object level. This is a hugely powerful piece of Robo Review and really has a massive impact on reusability because each object is focused very much on the application. And finally, and again quite similar to process level, we make sure that there aren't any overly complex pages and that the information and actions are very granular, which again leads to reusability because you can just pick them up and plug them in without needing to make change. Another feature of the report is the categorization of all of these considerations into 6 key quality categories. And I'll talk about those a little bit more when we get into analytics in a moment. So as you can see from the reporting and from the warnings and errors that a developer has to go through, the Robo Review report is extremely comprehensive and is designed to be methodically worked through to quickly fix all of the errors that you come across. So this release has been Robo Reviewed in just a matter of minutes. Now the same task, if performed by a design authority today, if they could even get to the level of detail the same as Robo Review, would take hours upon hours. Now as we use the tool with our customers and clients, we started thinking, what if we took all of the information from every single review and every single developer and use that to make the tool better? And so we put an analytics engine over the top of it. And I'd like to take some time to walk you through our analytics as well. Initially, our focus with analytics was around individuals and their quality scores. As you can see though, we've expanded our analytics to help us understand quality along 6 key dimensions and identify areas of opportunity and weakness. These 6 dimensions are maintainability, which is around documentation and ease of support, manageability, which is about how easy processes are to troubleshoot or enhance, reusability, which is driving standardization and efficiency through object reuse, scalability, which is allowing processes to run at any scale, security, which is about avoiding nasty surprises and making sure we have secure automations, and finally stability, making sure our processes are robust, require minimal support and work in production. This trend analysis has helped us identify program-wide issues which allow for targeted training and remediation. Using analytics, you can then measure the impact of this remediation over time and see your processes improving. Another great feature of analytics is you can use it to measure and compare the quality of different suppliers within the same environment. Now obviously there are many different visualizations we can use to compare and contrast the different performance of individuals and teams, but this is what I wanted to show you today. Back to you, Paula.
Thanks, Dave. You've just seen the same demo that I first saw nearly 12 months ago. I think at that point I realised you really had shifted the quality paradigm for RPA. As you've seen from this demo, we now have a tool that has not only achieved my vision, but it's even better. It's been great for our developers to get frequent on-demand feedback on the quality of their work and importantly what actions they can take to improve and rectify issues. It's freed up our experienced people. It's reduced rework, so quality is continuously built into all of our automations. I can use the score to give me a quick measure that all of our work is up to my quality expectations. We've also found a further benefit is that Robo Review fast-track the upskilling of people new to RPA, which is important to us as we grow, but also for our customers. Reveal Group truly believes in helping customers build internal capability to get the best results out of Blue Prism. In summary, Reveal Robo Review embeds a consistent, best practice approach which delivers automations faster with consistent ROI across an entire RPA program. It brings to life and truly gives a solid foundation to the rise of citizen developers by empowering them to self-serve their quality reviews on demand. To date, more than 200 organisations have experimented with and used Robo Review to assess and improve the quality of their automations. In every case, they previously had no means to objectively measure quality. Now they can assess the performance of their entire portfolio of automations, either currently in production or under development, with confidence. Since we've been using the tool at customers, we have established our own hurdle scores for progressing automations from development to test and from test to production. Our own experience confirms that an 85% score is a minimum threshold to migrate from development to test, and 95% is the minimum threshold for migrating from test to production. To date, we've been surprised by the variations in quality across these customers who have trialled the tool, leading us to believe quality is even more of a problem than we'd anticipated. For customers using the tool, there's been a steady and dramatic improvement in their build quality. Early this year, we made Robo Review available on Blue Prism's digital exchange, so all Blue Prism customers have access to this cost-effective tool. So for the first time, they too can measure and improve the quality of their Blue Prism programs. Robo Review is still in its first release. We are also working on implementing a roadmap, which includes exciting new functionality like self-healing and automated remediation of poor quality code. I expect new releases will be made available to the market every 6 months. I'm really pleased at the adoption and positive feedback we've already received. I commit to you that we will continue to introduce features that increase the quality and speed at which your automation teams operate, and continue to push the envelope on what is possible by increasingly automating the process of automation. I would like to conclude by assuring you that your automation journey will be pain-free and seamless, and that scaling will be a breeze. But the truth is, many organisations struggle. We've all heard the war stories and seen the statistics, failure rates of RPA programs. We're realising the importance of quality and capabilities to being the biggest contributor to success in scaling. What I can promise you is that we are on a crusade to help all companies automate better. Our culture is one of innovation. It's in everything we do at Reveal Group. We employ smart people, and they're doing smart things for the greater good of our entire automation community. We are committed to and will continue to innovate. Reveal Robo Suite has helped us and dozens of our customers to realise this vision, and we are sure it can help you do the same. We invite you to join our crusade to automate better and not just settle for just okay automations. We challenge you to put your automation team's code to the test and trial Robo Review free for 14 days via the link www.roboreviewchallenge.com. Thank you.